Hi, I'm Saundra Lydell with Body of Wisdom Yoga. Welcome to Chair Yoga. Today we're going to practice on the posterior chain, our posterior, our backside. Okay, we tend to ignore that strength in the backside of our body, even through the yoga practice. So we're going to emphasize those movements today and try to strengthen the hamstrings, the glutes, that low back, all the way up that middle spine, helping to support that strength of our total spine from head to toe. So welcome. Let's begin just finding a little space for our breath. So key, perhaps if it feels good for you, to shut the eyes down. Crown of the head is going to go up to the sky. Jaw is soft and level here. And we're just going to soften into that breath. Take a big, deep inhale in. Allow it to fill the lungs, and then perhaps let it out through the mouth. Allow that breath to be gentle. Try not to force it. Inhaling in and out. Feel the release in the top of the shoulders. Feel that strength just vibrate down all of those tendons and tissues in the back, wrapping around our spine and giving us beauty and grace. Inhaling, let the belly open, and then exhale. Push that belly button back to the spine. And if you'd like, place your hand on the belly. Connect with your breath, our life force. Oh, feels glorious. When you're ready, release the hands back down to the tops of the knees. We're going to take a little touch and feel the kinetic feeling of our yoga practice. Just bring the hands back and forth. Let the elbows move to the back of the room. Open the heart center a little bit more. Sit up a little bit taller. Feel this tuck underneath the ribs, down into the belly. And eyes can be closed or open. Just make this connection. Feel the warmth that comes from the hands into those muscles and legs. Be aware of your body. And breathe. Start to move that breath deeper in and out through the nose. Let's take 3 more rubs here. Just moving the elbows, radiating through the wrists, the fingers, feeling that connection between the knees and the inner thigh. And then bringing the hands all the way to the top of the knees. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Then bring the hands up and open up into cactus arms. So our cactus arms, we're not going to pull them back yet. We're going to bring our shoulders and our elbows in this beautiful alignment. Take a moment. Bring the fingers nice and wide. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Take some wrist rolls. Clench those fingers. Get into the wrists. Start to feel this under the armpit, under the arm. And then we're going to start to gently pump back. Elbows are going towards the back of the room. Take your time here. Move with your breath. So inhale, take the elbows back. Release. Just kind of wave through this, if you will. Get a little fluid here. Lift from underneath the ribs with the breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the hands together and down to heart center. Lower the chin down towards the chest and just gently rock the head from side to side. Take a few breaths here and gently move the chin up towards the sky, still rocking from side to side, stretching into the front and back of the neck, stimulating our thyroid gland and our pituitary gland, bringing stronger, more focused health into our body just by this gentle breath and movement. Breathe. Inhale, chin goes up. Exhale, chin comes down. And when you're ready, bring the crown of the head back up to the sky. We're going to move the right arm out, palm down. And we're going to lower that arm down, keep the crown of the head up, and maybe grab onto that rung of the chair. As you inhale, the opposite arm goes up and over, and then we're going to lean towards that downward arm. And as we inhale, we're going to lean to the opposite side. Hold on to that rung. Inhaling up. Maybe take the gaze up to the sky as we just float through this. Now, if raising the arm up overhead is a bit challenging for you, you always have the option to bend that elbow and just bring it over. In fact, if you bend into that side that's holding onto the rung, you're going to get a little tweak here into the side body here without too much stress. And you're pulling from this side of the body into that armpit. Nice stretch here. So working into the obliques. Options here. Let's take 3 more, just like that. Move with your breath. Feel and hear the breath into that pocket of our throat, across the collarbones, working its way all the way to the fingertips. When you're ready, bring that arm back down. Ooh, shake out the head gently from side to side, chin to chest, chin to sky. Let's move to the opposite side. So grabbing that opposite arm down onto the rung, we're going to take the right arm up to the sky, and then we're going to bend over, reach, stabilize the hips and the bum into the chair, keep the knees and the toes forward. Should feel this along those bat arms, down into the armpit, down underneath the ribs, under that rib, into the hip and waist. And release. Up and release. Up and release. Let's take 5 more, just like that. And again, you have the option here to bend the elbow, bring it over, get deeper into the obliques by a little mini crunch here. Two more. And coming back to center, bring those cactus arms back into play. Bring the palms and elbows together, down to heart center, and let's take some shoulder rolls. So press the hands, the palms together. Take those elbows, let them fly out to the sides. Really get into this shoulder. Oh. Take it in one direction. Keep the crown of the head up and the jaw soft. And then bring it to the opposite direction. Move with your breath. So as you lift, you should actually feel that squeeze in the back side of the body. Into that low back. Take those rolls in the opposite direction. Feel the sensations to where you're feeling now. Top of the shoulders, down along the back side of the ribs. Take 2 more. Bringing the hands back down to the knees. We're going to just slide those hands down our legs. Another kinetic connection here. And go as far as is comfortable for you. So we're reaching into that low back here by taking a gentle seated forward fold. Crown of the head is going to stay forward, and our gaze is down to the toes, down to the mat. We want to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now you have options here depending on your girth and your build. You can walk the feet as wide as the mat. If that works for you, bring the arms into the inside. And breathe. Let that breath deepen through the pocket of the throat, down the backside of the body, into those hips. When you're ready, we're going to inhale and slowly arch the spine, that middle thoracic spine. Drag those arms slowly back up into a seated position. Nice job. Open the heart center. And if you'd like, walk the knees back in towards each other. From here, we're going to take some standing positions. So we're going to place our hands onto the base of the chair and just lift up, bring the chest forward, keep the knees gently bent, and then we're going to set it back down. Inhale up and down. Again, the legs can go wide. This is totally your practice, your body always. So reaching up and down. Inhale, hang on to it for a breath. Exhale, set it down. The knees are stacked over the ankles. Toes are forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Move with your breath. We're going to take 5 more just like this. So rocking chair position. If we were doing on the mat, this might be considered your half lift. 2 more. Kick the bum to the back of the room. Just elongate that spine. And back to the chair. Nice work. Walk the knees in, the feet in. Interlace the fingers, bringing the right knee up towards the shoulder. We're going to cross that ankle over the top, coming into our figure 4. We're going to be gentle here. So figure 4, we're going to flex our foot. We're going to gently push into this knee. And then we're just going to gently rock from side to side. This stretch is so forgiving. Such a beautiful movement. You can do this anywhere, at the kitchen table, at the bus stop, in the airport. This is just a beautiful mobile hip strengthener. Take 3 more rocks on this side. And then we're going to slide that leg down, crossing our legs. And we're going to come into eagle pose. So this might be your eagle pose on this side. Stretching into that outer hip, low back across the SI joint. Pulling that strength in. So my left foot is stacked and left ankle over or under my knee. Okay? And we're just going to sit here for just a second. Wag that ankle that's just dangling there. Take some circles. Take some breaths. And then this might be your eagle leg today, okay? Many options. You can have blocks underneath your foot and rest your foot on the block. You can also take that top leg and bring it down and around the bottom leg. There's your eagle legs. Take your time here. Squeeze everything to the midline. And I have my right leg on top. So I'm going to bring on eagle arms today. Back to cactus. Remember this? Yeah. So from cactus, we're going to bring our elbows and our palms together to begin. And just recognize the strength of this pose all by itself. These can be your eagle arms today. Or bring that right arm underneath the left elbow. And if you'd like, you can bring those elbows forward and at the same time bring the fingers up towards the sky. This is your eagle pose. Beautiful job. Palms can be together. You can have the top of the hands together or simply palms and elbows together. As you exhale, open up those arms back to cactus. Slowly undo your eagle legs and walk it out. So bringing the hands back to cactus and then bringing the knees and maybe plant the feet and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Feel the strength into the core, under that hip, under that rib, into the hip. And breathe. Let's take all that movement on the opposite side. So we're going to interlace the fingers, take the knee up towards the chest, And then bring that ankle over, coming into your figure 4 on the opposite side. Okay, notice any differences from side to side. And gently just rocking from side to side, flex the foot on the crossed leg, gently pushing into that knee. Very gentle here. We're just trying to open up that hip flexor. Take 2 more rocks on this side. And then we're going to let that leg slide down, coming into eagle on this side. So from here, we're going to take some ankle circles, flex the toes, sit up nice and tall. Find space for our breath, which is hub down into our belly. And again, you can have blocks here, you can have a blanket, a bolster, anything that you might need or want. The other option here is to bring on the eagle legs a little bit deeper. Maybe this is it. Maybe you're just squeezing everything to the midline. This is it. Or you can bring that top leg and foot underneath the bottom. There's your eagle legs. Many options here. Bringing on the cactus arms. Once again, wiggle those fingers, take some wrist rolls, and then bringing the palms and the elbows together. And this can be your eagle arms. Options here. You can bring that left arm under the right. Palms can be together. And lift those fingers up. Pull those elbows forward. You're going to feel this in the top of your shoulders and sit up nice and tall. And breathe. And when you're ready, undo your eagle arms. Take them out to cactus, wiggle, and slowly undo your eagle legs and walk it out. Options here are to windshield wiper. You can rest the shoulders, bringing the hands back down to the knees or thighs. So from here, we're going to just lift the arms up overhead. Palms can come together or not. Now you have options here. You can stay seated, remain seated, take the gaze up, exhale, chin to chest. The other option here is to lift yourself from the chair, sweeping the arms as you go, and chin to chest. If you'd like to take a generous bend in the knees, if you're in that standing position, please feel free to do so. And exhale, chin to chest. We're going to take 3 more just like that. And again, the legs, feet can be close together, or you can be wide apart. That's the thing I love about yoga. It is your practice, your body, always. So whatever works for you. When you're ready, we're going to come back to center, and then we are going to take advantage of the chair usage here. As we come to the chair, we have options here. We can use our block underneath our knee, right here, right? Hip over knee, knee over ankle. Hanging on to the back of the chair, hanging on to the bottom of the chair. Totally up to you. You want to bring the crown of the head up, take the gaze forward. Okay. Other options here, of course, are to use a blanket, a pillow, a bolster. Same position though, hip over knee, front knee over ankle. So make any adjustments that's necessary. Top of the foot is flat, or you can come up onto those toes. That's going to give you a deeper stretch into your Achilles and into your sole of the foot, into that arch spot. Take this outside arm, and we're going to turn and twist and maybe take the gaze with us to the back of the room. Inhale brings you forward. Imagine 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Take 2 more just like this. One more. Sometimes I lose count. And bringing that hand to the top and outside of the knee, the front knee. We're going to lift the opposite arm away from the chair. Now, if that's not something that's comfortable for you, maintain that hand on the chair. Okay, and we're just going to take a twist to the opposite side. So options here, lift that left arm, reach for the back of the room, and forward. Arm can also come to the chair. 2 more. We're going to bring it forward once again. So if you're not on the chair and you transition from the floor, you're simply going to slide back onto the chair and bring it forward. Then we're going to move all of our props to the opposite side. So taking your time, take your space for your breath, and then we're going to lower down to the opposite side. Okay, that front knee is stacked over the ankle. Lower the back knee down to the earth. Hang on to the back of the chair, seat of the chair. Top of the foot can be flexed or flat on the earth. Find your alignment, take your time, move with your breath, your body, your practice always. Again, I have a blanket under my knee. You can have a blanket, a block, a pillow, a cushion, whatever works for you. We just want to make sure that our alignment is good, keeping us injury-free and healthy. There we go. Open up. Move with your breath, stabilizing that front arm. Again, you can be on the chair, hanging onto the chair. Just rotating into the shoulders, into the waist, into that back side of our body. 2 more. Breath. When you're ready, lift those arms up and over, then open to the back of the room. Take the gaze with you, or hang on to the chair, back of the chair, seat of the chair, and just take a twist. Not just take a twist. Release, everything comes forward. Open up, forward. Inhaling up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. And then bring that back arm forward, lower yourself onto the chair, and rotate forward. Nice work. From here, you can just walk it out. Lift the knees. I've got my hands on my kneecaps, just lifting and rocking, releasing and finding space. Perhaps closing the eyes down if that feels good for you. Flex the toes, maybe slow it down just a little bit, hold on to the kneecap, flex the toes, maybe take an ankle circle in one direction then the other. Bring it all the way back down to the earth and let the breath out. Inhaling in, and let the mouth open and exhale out. Take one more breath, just like that. And then when you're ready on that next breath, we're going to float those hands all the way down the legs once again. And you have options here to stretch into that back side of the body. You can bring your blocks into play. So maybe this is where you go. As you lower the ribs and chest down to the tops of the thighs, you also have the option to widen your legs bringing everything forward to the front of the mat. Keep the crown of the head forward and the gaze down towards the mat. Breathe deep into that low back, into the belly. Allow the belly to drop, hinging deeper into our hips, our low back, inner thigh, groin, glute, hamstrings, quads, all the way down to the toes. If you're feeling good about this, you can drop the crown of the head down towards the earth. Take the gaze underneath the chair. Inhale, half lift, so pushing into the blocks or into the earth. Bringing the crown of the head forward. On the next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Take the gaze with it. Hands can come together or not. Exhale, hands to heart center, dropping the chin to the chest. Inhale, sweep up and chin to chest. One more time, sweeping up and chin to chest. Nice work. Walk the knees in together. Toes are forward, hips, knees, shoulders, everything forward. Chin is still down towards the chest. And just gently sway the head from side to side. And then begin to bring that chin up towards the sky, still swaying. Noticing any differences here from when you began. The noises within our muscles and bodies, within our breath, within our mind, the clarity, the exuberance, the peace. When you're ready, bring the crown of the head back up to the sky. Close the eyes, soften the jaw and the breath, the tongue. Take a moment here to reflect on your own personal time and practice, on your inner beauty and the light that shines within. I thank you for practicing with me. I wish you continued health and well-being. Namaste.